they're sort of radioactive. In one breath, Blake Lively is saying she was the subject of serious harassment during the filming of It Ends With Us.
He told us that Justin Baldoni claims she tried to take over his movie.
I think that the Justin and Blake stuff is, I think it's a big PR game, and I think that we're all the pawns of it.
Battle between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively heats up. The Gossip Girl actress has begun to share the toll it's having on her personal life.
You know, had there been these horrible things, and had there been these horrible text messages, had there been this horrible information, you know, that stuff would have been put out there too.
Hollywood has always captivated audiences with its glamorous premieres, high-profile collaborations, and heartwarming tales of camaraderie. Yet behind the scenes, it takes all that to a new stage, and the celebrities themselves want to try new things. However, not all ventures are made equal. Some are quick hits, while others become more complicated.
But I was like just tracking him down, and then I finally got to read the script, and the script was a thriller. So that was a little confusing to me because he's like such a funny director.
Yeah.
And so I said, you know, what is this? Because the script is definitely like a twisting, turning, intense thriller. Is it a comedy or a thriller? And he said, yes. So then every day on set, I was like, is today a comedy or is it a thriller?
It's a good mix
and
of
it's
both.
like, yeah, it's like really kind of over the top and campy and trashy and fun and like, you know, kind of like my outfit, I guess.
One of the more recent stories to dominate chatter on social media involves Blake Lively, a well-known actress celebrated for her roles on the big screen and admired for her public persona, decided to add a new milestone to her portfolio by venturing into the hair care industry, which she dubbed Blake Brown. Breaking records and capturing widespread attention, but she also faced a long journey ahead. The idea that would become a product did in fact, but it also did not bring all that was expected, and she is now dealing with what may be the end. What initially seemed like a recipe for success quickly devolved into a series of public relations challenges and product complaints, making this more than just a business venture.
I mean, I internalized that as opportunity. Like we had such a responsibility to this audience to deliver something and to have the opportunity to deliver something for a passionate group of people.
Yeah.
As someone who is so deeply passionate myself, I was so excited about that. I would so much rather have that than people who are indifferent.
Blasé.
Even though the line performed extraordinarily well in its early days, racking in millions in just a few weeks, problems started emerging once everyday users tried the items for themselves. Many individuals who had been among the first to rush to Target or place online orders discovered that their high hopes were not met by a satisfying product experience. That left people with more questions than answers, wondering why these claims did not meet up. As the brand prided themselves on making things great, it only left more to expect. Some even thought that it was a ploy. It was very disappointing, as there was a large number of people who pre-ordered.
Well, I actually knew of the film before I knew of Colleen's book, which is, I know, a unique entry point, but I think because I just have 1,000 children, I, have missed all of pop culture, and her significant impact in the world of books. I mean, so many of her books are on the New York Times bestseller. I mean, it's crazy.
What created more problems was that a lawsuit took center stage of all of that was going on. For some people, it was almost impossible to think that it would just be a bunch of issues on the product alone, when there was something else going on in her personal life. Although the claims were very interesting, the information was nothing but rumors and there was nothing else to show. All of the news was terrible for her business, as her name was being smeared with issues from both ends. These types of events can be difficult, and many have no idea how one can cope. Moreover, many consumers were quick to comment that if a celebrity decides to launch hair products, that celebrity's own hair becomes a de facto advertisement for the line. The customers wanted to know if it were all a fake, and wanted to know how they could not be tricked. If Blake wanted to show it worked, then it would be all on her. However, that was very difficult to maintain. As it stands, it was going to be extremely difficult to maintain, and there would not be much she would have to do to fix it. Adding fuel to this ever-growing fire is the fact that many were let down from this, after supporting her for such a long time in her acting. So many felt very betrayed. For others, it just comes with the gig, and the best they could do is laugh about it. What was originally meant to be a loving and joyous experience only turned into a situation that will be forever remembered for the wrong reasons. Now the company is going to have to take the flak for all that has happened. And with all that damage to be managed, it's hard to determine how it should be taken. This was all to help turn it all around. Or was it simply a check-in to the next thing in life? There also have to be people who had been previously happy, all while the others have been speaking out. But the amount was too great, and it would not be sustainable to keep going. Was this her final run in the world of beauty? Or was the story still being written? It is the lessons, so everyone can understand just what you need to do to stay relevant and not go under. And hopefully it will not be a complete loss, as there are other brands to consider in the future. What matters is that action was taken, and there is a clear reason as to what might come. The first step is to have some humility, and that is what matters the most. It has to be for her, and for everyone to fully believe it. To conclude, it is not clear if any of these rumors are true, and we might never find out for sure, due to NDAs and people not wanting to put themselves out there. But if we do, it will surely be a doozy. What can be taken away is to not trust every celebrity brand that seems to be too good to be true. That is why you should do your research, and to not fall for all of the hype. This situation has taught us that there will likely always be a downside to those that might seem good from the start.